Me. I am a memoir. I am a memoir. Going deep in the Regularverse. Going to the Regularverse.
Hello, Emily, and welcome back to wherever the fuck we is. We are back in the Regularverse. Sadly, not in the regular dough. We're not together today.
I know. It's sad to be distant. I was enjoying being in the regular
necessary
dome.
legally.
Oh, and also
required.
Sanitarily.
Yeah. Sanity and also hygiene.
Yeah, both. That's what sanitarily means. It's both.
Yeah. When people would take like a tax year abroad and they could only spend a certain amount of time in their home country. Yeah. That's what is happening. We're only allowed to spend X amount of days and then we have to leave.
We were too unhinged over those weeks.
Way too unhinged.
In the dome. Like I got, Jay Lovid.
You did. I mean, I don't know if you got that here because I never had it.
No, I got it. I think I got it in the Sydney Film Festival at some weird movie. I went to I went to a great movie. Oh my God, here's movie chat. Called Problemista. Which starred...
Is it about Leighton Meester being problematic?
Yes, it is. No, it's Tilda Swinton as the Karenest of Karens. She's
but also, yes,
amazing. And Julio Torres, who wrote it and directed it and stars in it and is just adorable. And he's trying to get a visa to work in America, to live in America. So he's trying to convince... Tilda Swinton to sponsor him, and it is seriously one of the most batshit crazy movies I've ever seen. And I was laughing for hours afterwards. Like, sometimes you go and see a movie where you find it amusing as you go along, and then when it finishes, you just reach some critical mass of comedy and you just keep giggling for 20 minutes afterwards. Yeah.
I did quite enjoy, it's a recent Olivia Colman movie, Dirty Little Letters or something.
Oh, yes. Filthy Little,
Have you seen it?
No, I meant to go and see it, but,
I was going to, funnily enough, a rental inspection, and it got cancelled. So I jumped off the tram right out the front of the cinema, and I was like, well, I've got time. I should see what's on. Yeah. That was on. So I went in and I watched it, and it was similar to that. It was afterwards that I was chuckling more at how silly it is. Yeah. Because it's about a town, set in a sort of not... they don't tell you when it's set, I don't think.
No. It's in Ireland, is
ago. Somewhere, around that area. And... it's all very grey, and it's the olden days, and everyone's very proper and all this sort of stuff. And there are these letters going around with really childish swearing in it, like you're a shitty poo bum slut, like that kind of thing. And just watching these actors, and it's obviously part of the joke, and watching them have to say these words and then react like they are the most horrific things I've ever read was just so funny. And like afterwards I was like, that must have been the funniest damn movie.
Oh my God. I love Jessie Buckley, who's in it as well. She's great.
Who was she playing?
I don't know. She's the young one.
She's the young... Yeah, perfect. Yeah. She's probably the police officer.
She played young Olivia Colman in that movie, The Lost Daughter. Did you see that with Dakota Johnson?
I haven't seen that. I should watch it. I just watched The Garden.
Good. It's intense.
The Landscapers.
Oh, that is so good.
That's wild, isn't it? Like the way they make it.
Yeah, that it's constantly reminding you that it's a made thing. That it's not, and
moving through the genres of movies.
True story, which is the other weird bit of business. Yeah.
And you find yourself
directed by the guy. Them. Did you watch White Lotus?
Yes.
So the Asian guy that was in the relationship with Aubrey Plaza. Yeah. He's the director of The Landscapers.
Really?
Yeah, he's really talented. So cool. I know.
I love that.
And hot.
Mainly that. Exactly.
I love that you went, I just liked him for his abs, but he has talent. And
I mean, we've been in Mariah's world where you just have to look at the abs.
I know.
You know?
Anyway, this has been movie chat. Like, because we're talking
Movie
about
chat.
a movie in this episode. I love that we've started talking about good movies before we start.
I know other movies. Let's talk about other ones. But yes, we are in the Regularverse for a specific reason, and a very exciting one in that we've sort of reached at the moment the final regular chapter in terms of current output. There might be something else we visit at some point, but for
there
now,
could be there could be acting movies. This is we've had a musical movie based on her album, which we've watched because that's part of her discography that we've been subjecting ourselves to over these many months and years.
Decades.
And
even.
this week is a movie about that other movie. That's not quite a movie because it's not even an hour. Like,
I know.
Episodes of House of the Dragon go for like 1 hour and 22 minutes, and this
I know.
And
RuPaul's Drag Race goes for
I know. But somehow the documentary...
This is her version of Untucked.
Yeah. Somehow the documentary goes twice as long as the actual thing that it's about.
It's why. And I feel like from the messages I've gotten this week, we're in for quite a treat from the Fabnopsis.
Oh, mate. Maybe.
So I am looking forward to it. But before then, it's been a minute since we've been in the Regularverse.
It has been.
Of course, our girl Jen has had no shortage of headlines, I'm sure.
She's been very, very busy.
So I think it's time for Prolo Moments.
Prolo Moments.
Oof. I can never get over my own terrible singing in that. So, look, normally I end on a bit of Dalola chat, but I thought I'll start this week.
Oh.
Because Dalola won another gold medal. I know.
Hot 100.
She's now flogging a low sugar, low alcohol margarita version. I know, like, who even knew that was a thing? With an Instagram video that features Let's Get Loud playing, because that's the only song of hers that anyone seems to give a shit about anymore. And a voiceover that honestly sounds like it was recorded while she was popping a squat on the bog. Like, it is so echoey and awful.
She had to hide somewhere from Ben's removal trucks. You know,
maybe
give her a break.
She's also celebrating the 3rd anniversary of her song "Cambia El Paso," which many people have read as a sly dig at Ben and confirming that their relationship's in trouble because if you translate the lyrics, it's about breaking up, and it's like. I would love to believe that, but I suspect the truth is that one of the 1,014 product placements in one of these videos has not, like, she's gone, I can make a bit of extra money if I pop this clip that I've got this alcohol bottle in on Instagram, and maybe she needed a bit of extra rent money. I don't know, but that is what I suspect, because why would you celebrate a song that's 3 years old? Like, just because it's 3 years old for that song?
Maybe she never spoke about it at the time. She said, that's out?
Yeah.
Oh, 3 years? All right, I'll say that.
If it's 3 years old, it's 2001. I mean, 2021. So it's like 2001. Yeah.
That was some Mariah math.
That's some Mariah math. 2021. So it would have been, COVID diddy. So
true.
maybe she didn't sell enough units of whatever she was flogging.
Yeah, possibly. Just
I don't know.
Extra streams, thanks.
Yeah. Anyway, she's been out and about on her wedding anniversary. She's been seen without her husband. No. Oh, no. Instead was with her manager.
Who we now know because of this.
Yeah, Benny Bedina. She was, however, seen wearing her wedding ring, which is a bonus. Like, they're...
The one to Ben, or a different
one? The one to Ben, yeah. Okay. They're on different coasts. Well, they've been, like, he's been working somewhere else, while she's been not even in America half the time because she's been holidaying alone in Europe. Ooh. She loves to go to Europe for summer, apparently.
She loves that shit.
Yeah, she went to Naples for Fashion Week, and now. There is something that kind of gets brought up a lot in the documentary we're about to watch, which is how much of her own money she was tipping into it.
Yes.
So it's not surprising that she was spotted on the plane to Naples, not in first class,
Yes.
not in business class, not even in premium economy,
No.
but up the back with the regos.
Yes.
She was in a regular class.
Yes. Yeah.
Regular and regular. Like a regular person.
Do you reckon she would have used the toilet on that trip, like the regular people toilet?
No.
Or she would have held on.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure J-Lo would have been allowed to pop a squat in the first class toilets.
Most
They would have
likely.
gone, oh, yes, Miss Lopez, please feel free to come up here and do a shit, but you can't sit here.
Yeah. You didn't pay.
But also,
To
you know...
whisper to us the status of your marriage before we let you through.
Yeah. You know, the other thing we forget, though, because we're Australian, is that the flight's not that long.
Yes. Yeah.
Like, it's a few hours. It's not like us. Like, if we go anywhere good, it's like a full day and a half on a plane.
Yes, that's true.
Because we live in the arse end of nowhere. But, like, if you're just going from America to Europe, it's like, what, 6-7 hours or something? It's not like a full... It's not like, you know, an entire week and a half of your life spent
Yeah.
in a tin can in the sky. Like, she probably would have managed without even using the loo.
Probably. Yeah, that does make sense.
So she's also been she's gotten back from Europe, and now she's holidaying in the Hamptons, which is the done thing. Hanging around New York. She was there with her stepdaughter Violet, who recently graduated. Violet Affleck, the daughter of Ben and the nice Jennifer.
Do you think that this was the same plane ride that Nice Jen was on the other side crying? And then Reg Jen was just sitting there like, oh, for fuck's sake. That's why she went to economy. She's like, I don't want to be dealing with this shit.
I can't.
I'm just going to go
crying.
back there.
Yeah, no, that's too much. She's very upset. I mean, she doesn't know. Her kids are only 16 so far. She doesn't know what it's like for them to graduate.
No, true.
So yeah, Violet recently graduated, made a speech in front of the Los Angeles government about masking bans. You know, masks are banned in some government buildings, and she was talking about, you know, she's had some health issues because she, you know, through the whole COVID thing, and she needs to wear a mask everywhere. I mean, I think what she's doing is trying to stop the spread of the dreaded J-Lovid, which, you know, I got from not being masked. So yeah, I'm fully on board with Violet Affleck and her trying to ban J-Lo. But but they're totes besties. They've been hanging out. I did see a weird video that made me go, I feel like Jen is sitting where the driver sits in this car and should be driving, and she looks like she's not. But she's been fanning assing about with her phone, listening to the Kid Leroy, but whatever. Ben, however, is very busy doing Ben business, like listing their $60 million house for sale for $68 million. Although talk is they spent more than that on the renovations, and they may make a loss. Apparently Jen wanted to secretly sell it so that no one would know that it was for sale. Okay. But Ben went, fuck that, put it on realestate.com.au or something.
Specifically .au. Those guys who do that podcast might buy it.
That's exactly why they did it. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know about you, but nothing says to me a couple is totally in love and not on the verge of splitting up, like selling a giant house and moving into a rental. Like, nothing.
Do you know what? I have this whole theory in my head of, like, you know how, because we were talking about that person, the PR person or whatever, who was like, oh, you know, sometimes they fake these things to cover up a bad movie or whatever. I was like, maybe after everything just didn't work, maybe like the ultimatum was from Ben, like, we need to just stop all this shit. We need to like go live in the burbs. Yeah. And just be a regular couple. We've tried it your way, being famous and bougie, and it's not working. So I need you now to
be regular.
You know, go on holidays with my kids
I need to be
And we're gonna-
regular by nature as well as by name.
Yes, and we're just going to have a little 2-bedroom in Pakenham.
I have another theory
Oh,
that they are not even close to being broken up. It's like, why is she hanging out with the daughter? Like, if they're, it'd be like, oh, it's awkward. I think they're nowhere near broken up, but the flying economy and selling of the house. The film cost like $200 million.
It didn't cost that much. Wasn't it 30 million?
No, something like that. It cost a lot more money than it was meant to. Like more than she budgeted.
Sure.
So I think there is, I think there are money troubles in J-Lo
Really?
land. And so the house being sold is not about them breaking up, but about her needing to get some cash real quick.
Well, I have another theory. Another theory. So we're all focused on Jen right now in all of this. But Ben's moved into a different house.
Yes.
And both his wives, as in both the Jens, have popped in and out of it. There's really no need for Jennifer Garner, especially they're teenage kids at this point.
Yeah.
Like, she doesn't really need to drop in.
Yeah.
What if there's something, because he's had some issues in the past. Maybe this is more about him.
Well, yeah, there has been talk that
A bit of treatment.
Matt Damon has been popping in, like, to see his old schoolmate who hasn't seen for a long time because of, things have been difficult.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's really hard to say what's going on where.
Yeah. Why aren't they telling us? Like, just call us.
Yeah, just ring
Direct.
us. Like,
Just ring us.
like we're here. We're here in the
We have
regular.
literally nothing else going on. We're always here.
We're always in the Regularverse. Like, I feel like we live here 24/7 now. It's actually
Yes,
hurting.
absolutely.
It's distressing how often we have to spend time in the Regularverse.
Yes.
But yeah, he's living quite close to Jennifer Garner's house. So I don't know. It's a thing. But that's they're the prolo moments, which is all about are they or are they not breaking up? That's how that works.
No. All right. There's just lots to unpack, really.
There
And
is.
I feel like this is the ongoing saga
It's
of Ben and Jen.
It's too much.
It's a lot. It's your favourite. What are you talking about? Does that mean that it is time to get the lowdown on the down low?
No, all right. Getting the lowdown on the down low.
Okay, so as threatened rather than as promised, we will be covering the greatest love story never told.
Never.
Until, of course, now, when it's told to us, and then we'll tell it to you.
Yep.
So that you don't have to actually watch it or pay any attention to it.
Yeah.
But this is, of course, the documentary counterpart to This Is Me Now, A Love Story, which was the visual film, not music video, not concert, not something, but also something. That was accompanying the album,
Yes.
This Is Me Now, which was, of course, the sequel to This Is Me Then. So it's been a long road.
It's been
get here.
such a slog. It's been. I feel. I don't even know how I feel anymore, but I feel
No.
exhausted.
All feelings have been suspended until further notice.
So this is the making of This Is Me Now, This Is Me Then, This Is Me, whoever. This Is Me, A Love Story, which is the name of the movie, not the album.
Not the documentary.
So this one is directed by Jason D. Berg, or B. Berg, who
is that like Humphrey B. Bear?
Yeah, very much like Humphrey B. Bear.
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
He's made some amazing things, like he was an executive producer of Halftime.
Oh, yes.
Which I think you remember. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
We might have to do that at some point.
Oh no, do we have to? But he's done a lot of kind of like these kind of like dancey things. He's done an Alicia Keys thing. He's done he's done all that business. So he is the director of the documentary, but not the film. That was Dave Myers.
No.
Yeah, that was
Different
the whole
people.
other guy. So this came
I wonder
out.
if there's going to be a documentary of the making of this.
Oh my god, there really should be, because it feels so much of it feels so fake. This came out in February 27, exclusive to Amazon Prime Video. So that was 2 weeks after the movie dropped. Did you feel like you'd wait a bit longer to put this out? But no, apparently it was maybe to try and drum up some interest in that thing, dropping this thing. And yeah, so that's the most interesting things about that. They're the facts. That's it.
The facts are it exists.
It
and
exists.
Someone made it.
It's a thing. The greatest love story never told. The title based on Ben's box of business.
All right. Does that mean it's time for the Fabnopsis?
It does. Are you ready? This Fabnopsis is going to go for like 4 weeks. I'm just warning you.
Okay.
It's a lot.
I'm like, what song am I going to sing it to? Hang on. I think it has to be from this album, which is a Fabnopsis. I love that shit. A Fabnopsis. You love that shit. Fabnopsis. I hate this shit.
Again with the MGM logo. Like, this is legit and not vanity publishing.
Yeah.
White lace. A wedding dress. Shoes. We hear Jen say she's been married 4 times now. She tells us. And she swears. She says the happiness after ending the marriages was bullshit. Then there's the opening credits, some behind the scenes of the Can't Get Enough video, which is hilariously mostly in the rain, which you could barely tell in the film.
Yes.
Jen does a lot of coffee drinking in a wedding dress. She does not look thrilled by any of this. Then there's
She doesn't love this shit.
She doesn't love this shit. Then there's a recap of when she announced, "This is me now." Then she's having coffee without makeup on, and she looks fine. Like, she doesn't look amazing like she looks when she's got too much makeup on. But she doesn't, I thought...
She looks better than everyone else in this movie.
Yes, without makeup. Like, she looks good. But yeah, I'm just like, oh, she could wear...
It is wild, because it's like, how is your skin that good?
I know.
With all that makeup on?
Well, I think she's not using her own skin products, which is probably why her skin's that good.
Could be, it's just the booty balm.
She's using booty balm on her eyelids.
Yeah. But it does make, because later on she says something about how Ben only sees the old lady version of her at home. So maybe she's not in makeup as much as we think she is.
Yeah, I'm suspecting she is not. I think, the J-Lo we've all seen is some sort of manufactured confection. And we see a lot of her in this as well. So yeah, the recap of This Is Me Now, having coffee without makeup, looks a little haggard, but not the flawless monster we're used to seeing. Then she's talking about making the album from 20 years ago, and we flash back to Jenny from the Block, because that was on that album.
She's still. Yep.
She claims she hasn't made an album since then, which is a lie, because she made me listen to them.
I feel like this was a bad editing thing.
Yeah.
I feel like, because she said in other interviews along the way that she hasn't made an album like that for 20 years.
Unless she means she hasn't made an album that was pressed onto a CD since then.
Maybe it could have been. But it was like when I've heard her talk about it elsewhere, it was like, I haven't made an album like that where I talked about my love life in actual love life in 20 years.
Yeah. She hasn't made an album where she sang the vocals in 20 years. She hasn't made an album.
It's hard to sing this one for the first time in my whole career.
You know what else turned up? I didn't put it into the prolo moments because it seemed weird. On the 4th of July, she posted the video of her singing at Biden's inauguration.
No. What did she see? What was it?
She sang America the Beautiful, and then
and then Let's Get Loud.
Let's Get Loud, but she started off Let's Get Loud like it was a ballad. It was wrong.
I know, it's the best. It's my favorite thing of any presidency.
Let's get loud. Calm down, Jen.
That was too good. You have to admit, yeah.
It was, yeah, she did go Karen. Let's get loud.
Loud.
You know, at work, I constantly sing like Nicole Kidman.
I'm not surprised. Come on, my.
I will love you.
What was the one, the White Lotus song? I kept having to. No, was it? No, it wasn't the White. What was the one where she sang?
The Undoing.
Yes, like if I'm to fast forward.
Was it Dream a Little Dream of Me or something? It was something.
Yes, dream a little dream.
Oh, the worst is
me.
one day I'll fly away. Remember she sang with Robbie Williams?
Have you watched A Family Affair with Nicole Kidman and allegedly Zac Efron? But I think it's Glenn Close.
Glenn Close.
Like, literally, if you put a photo of Zac Efron, Glenn Close, and Courtney Cox now
they're
together,
they're
the same person.
They are.
Yeah.
And Zac Efron's been playing both of them for some time in drag.
Sometime. And my neighbour actually talked about having to stop the movie because she's the same age as Nicole and was just devastated for her. She said, I just couldn't look at her face anymore.
It's too hard. Like, she looks like she's been steamed.
It's the episode, what is it, the episode of Doctor Who, the second Billy Piper episode,
I
think it is.
Your
favourite?
Yeah, that woman that's stretched over canvas. You know, she's based on Nicole Kidman.
Is that true, or is that just a joke you made?
No. Russell T Davies was watching the Oscars and saw her on the red carpet and was like, what is going on with her face? And then created this character who is just skin stretched over a frame.
I thought that was a joke you made.
No, that's a true story.
Oh my God, that's horrifying. Poor Nicole.
Poor Nicole.
Oh no, poor Nicole. Fault. We love your face, Nicole. We love your face. Sorry, you're gonna have to edit that out because that sounded wrong.
Do you mean the bit that's left in a bucket at the surgeon?
Yeah, it's the bit that's in the flashlight that Zac Efron's fucking. That's the. That's what flashlights are made of.
Nicole Kidman's old skin. The Regularverse get off the rails so quickly.
I didn't know we could top it. But here we are. Oh my God.
Can't wait to see that on OnlyFans. You've got this flashlight. It's made out of Nicole Kidman's old skin. The bits she's had snipped off over the years. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
All right. We need to get back to the Fabnopsis. Anyway, she lied about this being the first album she's made in 20 years.
Yeah, I love that was what we were talking about. And that's where we ended up.
We got to Nicole Kidman's old skin flashlight.
It's terrifying because they kind of look like that. I see it.
They so look like that.
Oh no. Okay. I can do it.
So I don't even know if I can do this anymore. Let's end this one and go on to another episode.
Yeah, let's leave. Bye. Oh, Nicole Kidman's lawyer is on the line. We need to go.
Nicole Kidman's lawyers are on the line. She's still got all of her old skin. It's in her vagina.
Oh no! Well, it's in someone's vagina. We're not sure whose.
I'm not sure. She's been used for rehymenization.
Rehymenization.
It's a thing they do in Japan when you get married. If you on a virgin, they rehymenize you.
Oh, that does make sense.
Yeah.
In terms of the Nicole skin, yeah. Oh God, we need to stop.
We need to stop talking about Nicole's skin and hymens and fleshlights. Zac Efron's fleshlight. I mean, he looks like a fleshlight.
They both kind of do.
They're meeting in the middle.
And yet, I think if given the option to fuck one of their faces or a fleshlight, I'd pick the fleshlight just quietly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think the fleshlight would talk about themselves as much as the other two.
Well, if Zac Efron was facing the other way, then I'd do it. Yeah. Like the rest of him looks great. You know? And I don't want to do any more damage to his jaw that he allegedly broke.
Is that what happened?
That's what he says happened.
Broken for him.
I don't know. It could be like he's not ever struck me as someone who would lie about this kind of shit. Like he doesn't come across particularly vapid in
How
that
did he
way.
break
He's just
his
hot
jaw?
naturally. He said he fell and hit marble in his house and it broke his jaw.
Oh.
And then
They
when
had to
they
reconstruct it using Sylvester Stallone's jaw.
yeah. Well, he said that something happened that and this is what starts to sound weird, is like the muscles on the side had to overcompensate, and that's why they're bigger. But then at the same time, he was also doing that wrestler movie.
Yeah.
So I'm like, is it a mixture of that's what happened, but also maybe there was some other, helping hands for that, for the muscles on that wrestler movie, and it's all kind of come together to create this? I don't know.
It's weird. He looks very strange. He doesn't look like the same person. Like, remember that hilarious twink with the basketball that sang all those songs?
I know.
That
Glenn
is not
Close,
him.
yes. I
Yes,
remember
Glenn
her. Yeah.
Oh my god. Anyway, Jennifer Lopez, her album producers,
Yes, J-Lo.
J-Lo's album producers talk about her as a true artist, and I worry for their sanity.
Yeah.
Jen brings out her book that Ben gave her with all of their love letters to each other in it from 20 years ago. It's kind of sweet, but she makes it sound awful. Everyone talks about her letting them go through this box of stuff, and they're all weirded out by it because it's weird. Then Ben says, "Really? You've been showing these randos the book?"
Yeah.
And they call him Pen Affleck because he wrote all the letters. And he's rightfully freaked out and royally pissed off. And that's all in this movie. And I'm like, yeah, you should be pissed off. Like, that was a private thing. Then he
Can
shades...
I also just point out that he held on to all those letters
I know.
through his other marriage.
Yeah.
So he had like a whole J-Lo box in
Yeah.
poor Jen Garner's cupboard
Yeah.
going, that's just my love letters to and from Jen, just in case.
Yeah, the other Jen, who I love more than you, but I'm having kids with you. Anyway.
Yeah.
So... He shades her mega, like the biggest golf umbrella of shade. Like, this is shade cloth from miles away.
Don't say umbrella. We've got umbrella options later.
Oh yeah, that's later. Sorry. He says it was the greatest love story never told, and if she's making a record of it, then it's kind of like telling it. I love Ben so much in this movie. He's the best thing in it. She says she wants more than an album. She wants a movie. And she shows us Dave Myers, who she worked with, and he says, yeah, they worked together. And she told him what happened for 20 years. It's an abstract biography.
Come in. We'll have a tea. I'll tell you everything happened in the last 20 years.
Last 20 years, yeah. Then she's explaining the first song to the choreographer. We see some storyboards and concept art, which is cute. And then she parks really badly and goes to the rehearsal studio, like a 45 fucking degree angle, and just like gets out of the car. Like, yeah, that'll be fine. That's how I park. I'm like, you're even not even getting out of the side of the car that you meant to get out of.
I, to be honest, didn't even notice it because that's how most twinks drive. So, if they drive at all.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yes, I know I'm sticking out into traffic, but this is where we're parking. So, so weird. Then there's some concept art for the see-through apartment, which I also appreciated.
Yes.
Then Jen's reading the script to Ben, where she wakes up in hospital younger. She's 28. And Ben says, you technically weren't 28, and she ignores him. Then he rags on her for wanting to play younger in the autobiographical. I love this scene so much.
I love this scene.
It's just the best. He's just like building shade, like so much, and she's oblivious to it. In fact, she thinks it's cute. Then we see some more dance rehearsal, some more concept art, and Ben starts rewriting the script. And she's like, "Puppy, stop it! You'll make it good." No one will believe it was me if it's good.
Yeah. I'm a brand. Consistent regularity, please.
Yes, people know me for my barely written songs that I don't sing on. No one will believe that I wrote this film. If you wrote it, you've got an Oscar for writing a film.
Yeah.
So then there's a weird bit about her history with her producer Elaine and her manager Benny, and him wanting to eat corn chips and her not letting him.
It's like, don't.
Yeah.
I did like the relationship with what's her name? Elaine. Where she's like, don't panic, something's going on. And Jen's like, I'm literally not panicking because I know you're just being dramatic. I deal with you every day, Elaine.
Elaine's like, oh my god, and Jen's like, it's in the cloud, it's fine, you haven't deleted it. Like it's like she's deleted the script, and she's like, the script still exists. Like, you might have deleted your one, but there is one. It's fine.
And then she's like, oh, I found it's okay. And Jen just looks at the camera.
Like,
it's like, that was a funny moment. I enjoyed that.
This is Elaine. This is what she's like. So Benny tells us about the deal for the film being taken off the table. And Jen is furious. It was $30 million, and they just went, oh, nah, we don't want that. Then she wonders who is paying for it as she sucks from her Diamante sippy cup, and we're like,
I know.
Maybe if you sold the cup, you could afford it.
Yeah, it's a thinking time. It's a thinking cup.
And I love that there's more than one Diamante sippy cup because they're in various hues and shades, and like there are a number of these. Ben tells her that making a movie with your own money is the biggest cardinal sin in Hollywood. But everyone else is like, no, she's backing herself. And I'm like, it's vanity publishing.
The team does start to make you understand why Jenny's where she is.
Yes.
Because you're like, right.
The people around her who are enabling her. Like, Ben is, telling her this is a bad idea. And she's like, no, it's amazing. It's a true story of love and redemption. He's like, but not with your money.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it
may happen later, but you were saying about how like they talk about her career and all the singing and stuff. When Benny Medina's like, she played her song for me, that really just a raw demo that, was just a song she wrote. And I was just wowed. I was like, where are you, mate? Where are you? Like, because we've heard some of those songs produced.
We've heard all of those
from
songs.
that time. Yeah. And they were not like wow moments. I don't know what was happening there. All right.
Yeah, it's a lot. So then there's some dancing. Everyone says it's over budget before they start. They need to cut stuff. They suggest cutting scenes or songs, and just like, no. You cut your shit. My scenes and songs are staying in.
Yeah, you guys figure out what you're doing.
And at this point, I realised it was only 14 minutes into the documentary and that we are going to be talking about this for 6 weeks.
Yeah.
It's
unsurprising.
It's like we've been talking about this for 40 minutes.
Well, in fairness, we've been talking about Nicole Kidman's skin in the flashlight for 25 minutes and this for 15.
Shall we go home and then come back and have another crack at this next week?
We can try. What do you think? I don't know. How much more is there? How many more episodes?
Probably about 20.
Makes sense.
Get the fuck out of our podcast. Get the fuck out of our podcast. Get the fuck out. Just walk away. Walk away. You tacky regular bitch. Get the fuck right out of my face. Regular bitch.
All right, we're almost home. We've barely gotten, like, seriously, we're only 14 minutes into the...
What is this episode?
Into the movie. But
we need to get our shit together.
I know. Well, we had a lot of prolo moments to deal with.
That's true.
Also the Nicole Kidman, Zac Efron spare skin flashlight.
You're right. Yeah. It needed to be talked about.
Oh my God. All right. We will continue the saga of the greatest love story never told. And one
it still technically hasn't been told by us.
I wish it had never been told, frankly. All right, that's next week. Bye, Lamely.
Bye.
Me.